Welcome to the stage, Joe Bingham!
Right. Oh, hello everyone. All right. I'll tell you a bit about me. I was raised by a single mum. I think that makes me a feminist. I think that's allowed. It is, because like she didn't teach me anything about like women, having the right to vote. But she fed me, and that breeds loyalty. You know what I mean? So fair play to her. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if anything, it was the opposite of feminism that my mum taught me. Because growing up in like the 90s and the noughties, I just watched what she watched on TV, innit? And my mum loved this old TV show called 10 Years Younger. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know this show, it's basically a makeover show. And it was basically hosted by this really passive-aggressive South African woman called Nikki Hambleton-Jones. And all she'd do, she'd get these women on the show, and she'd just stand them in the middle of Oxford Circus. And then she'd just ask members of the public, how old do you think this woman is? How old is she? And they'd just fucking terror this woman for hours. And then at the end of it, they'd be like, Jessica, your average age came out at 42 and you're actually 29. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then they'd just give her a makeover, but the makeover at the end of it was just Jessica in a cardigan. That was it. That was it. And she genuinely said to this woman on the episode, she went, Jessica, basically, we put you in a cardigan because you're so flat-chested, darling. What the fuck is going on? Like, it's the opposite of feminism, isn't it? But, she tried her best. She did. She did teach me, she taught me to like be a lot more tolerant of people though growing up. Because obviously, like being a single mum, most of her friends were gay men. They basically took us in. It was a very Will and Grace dynamic in my house. It was good. They were a great community. They took us in. It was a lot like, there's that saying, isn't there? It takes a village to raise a kid. I had the village people. It was good. It's fun. They were good people. Taught me to be like really tolerant of people. It's like, I don't give a shit who you love. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? I don't care. And it's why it bothers me when I got older and you see homophobia and you're thinking, it's just ignorance, isn't it? Because they say that people hate what they fear and they fear what they don't understand. Which is a shit excuse, because I didn't understand algebra at school. I didn't want to beat the shit out of my maths teacher, you know what I mean? Like, it's not right. And the same can stretch for anything. It's like racism. It makes no sense. At some point, white people need to accept it's our fucking problem, really. And there's a really easy way of summing this up, yeah? If you know a white person that's got a black friend, they will not shut up about them. Will not. If you know any black people, if they're introducing a white person to a group of friends, they have to preface it with, nah, he's cool. Nah, he is cool. He's cool. He's cool. I think we might be the issue, guys. Yeah. It's also another really easy way to spot this. It's like, when you get to America and you see people with like American flags hanging on their porch and you think, that's patriotic. That's nice, isn't it? You got a neighbour with an England flag out his window. He's a fucking racist. You know what I mean? It's same thing. Yeah. Not everyone's raised with the same liberal parents, though, are they? Like my cousins, they're, my aunt and uncle, they weren't quite as liberal. I remember they came to a family party when they were 15 and 16, so old enough to know better. And they got talking to one of my mum's friends, this gay guy. And my one cousin said to him, how old were you when you knew you were gay? And he said, I was about 13. My cousin just went, oh, thank God. It's not the cut-off point. Fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Shocking, isn't it? I'm not from around here, talking about where I grew up. I'm from Birmingham. Yeah, you like it being, innit? I don't want to hear fuck all from you. It's you, man. You, man, are not my people. At all. At all. Alright, they're still going. It's cool. So, Birmingham's, it's a shithole, yeah, but it's my shithole. You know when you're proud of it? Yeah? It's mine. It's not very cultural, Birmingham. It's multicultural. It's not very cultural, yeah? It's like, for example, we applied for City of Culture. We lost to Liverpool. It was dark days, yeah? It was bad. It was bad. Turns out the Beatles is culture. UB40, 4 white men singing reggae. That's cultural appropriation. Not the same thing. They try and make us a bit more cultured. They teach us French in school. That's about the extent of it, to be honest. You know what you're just thinking? Like, looking back, imagine 30 kids that sound like me butchering your native language back at you. Must have felt like a fucking hate crime for it, you know what I mean?